Hello, gamers. Look at me furiously scrolling through the latest set of Digimon, the trading card game. We're getting into some cyber fucking sleuth bullshit, baby, with Cyber Eden? Cyber Eden, that what we're calling this? This is my third set review now, so I've got my pattern. I've got tabs with, everything I think every card split into kind of relevant shit. I will say, for the other sets, I have not been following these leaks as close. Like I see the big stuff, but let's explore, right? Let's get in. I'm Blue Raspberry Gamer, so we're getting in here. We're gonna get into these fucking cards, talk about them, find out what they do, and find out if you should be excited. On the, I think I'm excited for this. I think it's a pretty cool set. It's got a lot of fan favorite Digimon. So I'm all for fucking style over good cards. But first, we're starting with the Liberator decks, baby. The shit I'm so excited for. So we got the new egg, Puyoyomon. I mean, an old Digimon, but new egg. Whenever an effect places shit under it, you draw a card. Not bad. I love eggs that say draw one. A new rookie, Sangomon. He needs more cards, fill out this deck. He can on play be tucked under any of your other Digimon, and then they get blocker and can't be deleted by battle. That's nice. The can't be deleted by battle is nice. And the jamming is also just, oh, another blue rookie with jamming inherit. Crazy. Shellmon. Now, this Shellmon's pretty cool because he has the fun decode ability. So when he would leave, you play out a level 3 under him in his sources. And then on play and when digivolving, you may place a level 5 or lower with the trait to the bottom, and he also has inherit jamming. So that's pretty good. He feels a little better. He also has the aquatic trait, which helps for all your searches and shit. But then we get into, so I know for both Liberator decks, the level 5 is the crazy one. So Marine Bullmon, he is a main effect that if you have Yao, by placing one Shellmon and one Sangomon, at the bottom of that Yao, it digivolves into this card for a digivolution cost of 3. And then he also has decode, and then he has an inherit, so even more text that you can play level 4 or lower at the end of your attack with trait without playing the cost. So that's pretty crazy, right? So you can just go up off the tamer, which let's just jump over to the tamer. What's she do? New Yao. She started main by returning this tamer to the bottom of the deck. You may play a different Yao from your. I guess not. It doesn't have to be a different one, but you can play a Yao. Then, if you don't have a Digimon, you may play one Sangomon from your trash without playing the card. That's pretty alright. I like the new trend of some of these tamers being like kind of better delay options, like the puppet trainer whose name escapes me, but she's pretty cool. And then alterns when an effect adds a card to any of your Digimon sources. Tap this to draw one. So that's pretty alright. So the new level 6 Ryugamon decode, great. On play when digivolving, you can place one level 5 or lower, and we've seen this, from your hand to the bottom of one of your the guys. Then one of your opponent's Digimon tamers can't tap. That's pretty good. Then alterns when an effect adds to this guy. So you're doing that on the unplay, on digivolving. Return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower to the bottom. That's not that good, right? But the new thing for Liberators is we're getting rounds of level 7s. So here we go. Brand new Digimon, Arimon. She has decode for level 6. So, right? So now you're kind of seeing why. Oh, why does he have it on play? Because he'll come out from this. But when digivolving, you can play one of each level 3, 4, and 5 from your traits, from your sources, without paying the cost. Then, also, when digivolving and attacking, by placing one of your other, which you just placed out, at the bottom of this guy's sources, return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck, and then this Digimon unsuspends. Cracked. Kinda crazy. Shit out 3 bodies, all their on plays, you can unsuspend with that. And you don't have to do that right away. It's buy, so you don't have to do this. You can do it when attacking. So you can say you swing with Ryugamon, do your shit with jamming, digivolve into this, you know, then you can do it. Or you don't want to swing with Ryugumon for whatever reason, go up into this, and bing, bang, boom. You can also, if you noticed, do the fucking thing and go off of level 5 and warp up to level 7. So, which then will play out everything. Which crazy, right? Still good shit. I think this level 7 is really good. I'll be honest. I think this is a really good card. Solid to get another line of like just Liberator cards that have aquatic trait. Really good. Then we have these new emblem cards. So we have 2 emblems right now. We have the blue one, and then you'll see. So we have unique emblem Poseidia Lagoon. So its main, you can play a Sangomon or Yao from hand or trash without playing the cost, and then place it in the battle area. And in its delay, when any of your Yao suspend, one of your Digimon with the trait may Digivolve into the trait for reduced cost by 3. So that's pretty good. That's a really good option that you will probably be, you'll probably see that getting played, especially how easy it is to like tap these tamers and do that shit. On to puppets, baby. You know, I love this shit. New egg we get for the deck. Kiaromon, when any of your tokens or other puppet Digimon are deleted, draw one. I don't know if that's better than when attacking. I think it might be. So this might be the new egg, especially because you're deleting a lot of shit yourself. So I think this might just get swapped into the decks. I haven't like done a super deep dive yet, but I think this definitely has some merit to play over the old egg. New Shumon that is sadly not that good. On play on deletion, one of your Digimon with puppet gains blocker. And then when attacking, give something minus 2k. Right? It's just another Shumon, but we have a lot of Shumon. So does this warrant? Maybe. Maybe. Because you do need Shumon. If you sense the pattern with the level 5s and emblem cards, yeah, you do need them. So you might see play. So Shumon on deletion, you can play level 3 without paying the cost, and then when attacking, give something minus 2k. Card kind of ass. I feel like this is a very low power card, but again, you need names now for this, for new Chaperomon. It has the almost the exact same effect as Marine Bullmon, where if you have Tamer, by placing one Shumon and Shumon to the bottom, you did evolve into this for a cost of 3, ignoring requirements, and it has overclock as well, and it has the classic puppet protection. When this one would leave, delete something else, and it doesn't. So this is really good. This card you'll be seeing, right, like the Marine Bull one, you'll be seeing this card get played, I think, a lot in the deck. Then we have new Syndromon, overclock, great. And then when Digivolving on play, you may play a token. Okay, and then all turns when any of your other Digimon are deleted, you may activate the effect again and play a token. Pretty weak Syndromon, TBH, but that's not why you're here. We're here for Puss in Boots himself. Meow. Here he is, Naya Bootman, the new level 7, who is crazy good. So he can Digivolve for a cost of 6 on the level 5. Great. Which you can warp into. So if you have 3 memory, go into the level 5, and then just pay 6 to go into him, because he is overclock, so great. When Digivolving, you can play a level 4 puppet from your hand without paying the cost. Then, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3k until the end of the turn for each of your Digimon. So, no matter what, you are doing minus 6k, because he's playing a body, minus 6k. Then, all turns, when any of your other Digimon are deleted, you may activate this guy's effect again. So again, you'll play a Digimon, minus 6k. And that's just if you have him and one other Digimon he's playing. Imagine having more Digimon. I'm waiting. So there you go. All right. Ooh, and then all turns, you're doing this. Oh, that's kind of a problem. That guy is big spicy minus DP. So then we have Arisa's emblem, the unique emblem Fabled Waltz. Main, you exactly know what this does. It plays the Shumon or Orisa, and then when any of your Orisa tap, one of your guys can Digivolve for reduced cost of 3. So let's see the new Orisa. Is it any good? Start of your main, by returning this saber to your bottom of your deck. Oh, we've seen this. You can play another Orisa. Then if you don't, you can play Digimon as well. Then when any of your puppets are played, so you just play not by an effect, tap the saber to draw one. I think this is pretty good if you don't have the promo Orisa. If you do, you can probably play that because that's also really easy to tap. But this really goes well with the Fabled Walt and then getting into Niabutmon for way cheaper. But I think Puppets comes out really good with, right, you skip the level 4 and level 6. Then you might see play, Chaperonemon will see play, and Niabutmon is like, you're going to be seeing decks built around getting this fucker out. So how will that look? I'm not sure yet, but I'm excited. I'll definitely have a deck profile on this as soon as I can get my grubby, fat fucking fingers on the cards. Next, cards I know not about. Cards, these are gibberish to me. New Appmon bullshit. Help me. So these I specifically for this video, I'm like, I don't want to read any of these. Let's just discover together. Tapmon. Let me just say, adorable little giblet here. Love him. When this Digimon gets linked, one of the opponent's guys gets minus 2k. Okay. I like when eggs say draw card. So let's see. Ricomon. Is he the oh he's the microphone guy. Gotcha. On play, trash one card, and then draw two. Got yeah, that's a pretty good one. And then his link is blocker. MCmon. This guy rocks. Look at this little guy. Dude, I love looking at. I love that the Digimon card game is putting in Appmon because I'm just discovering new Digimon. Or Appmon. New designs. But this guy looks fun. He's an on-play searcher. Add one card with the Appmon trait and then one card with entertainment or awakening trait. Great. And then link. When linking, trash anyone source. Okay, trash a source. That's fun. And this is the main character guy, right? He's like one of the main crew Digimon. Musimon. He's in music, guys. Okay, your turn. When this Digimon gets linked, if you have one of your turn, you can play the tamer, and then his link is give minus 2k. So it's really pairing with the egg, so minus 4k. That's not bad actually. If you're like comboing it, we have Dreammon. When this Digimon gets linked, your opponent's effects can't return one of your Digimon to the hand or deck. That's all right. And then when linking D-Digivolve. Now that, ooh, I like that. Now that's pretty good. And then he's not one of the. So there's level 4s, yeah, the fusion guys. Roamon. This is I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at here. It's like a bird with two heads. Or maybe he's just holding something. He plays out of security, then on play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. And when Digivolving, then he can link and suspend. So he's a tapper. Tapper, tap, tap. What is this? What is this thing? It looks like a musketeer kind of. Effectmon plays out at the end of security, then on play when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's before. That's a classic like red card. You can just pop something based on DP, and then its link is the same. Just pop something based on 4K. So here we go, a real Digimon. So it app uses off of Musi and Rec. Musi, Rec, and MC. So we bam, bam, bam. Any combination of these three, you can fuse, and then on play when digivolving, give something minus 4k, and then then when this Digimon gets linked, you may play level 3 with the Atmon trait from your hand, and then his link effect is when attacking, you may play a level 3. So you're kind of board spamming here. Okay, I get that. I get you, media. Is that the only level 4 that did old Amon also have that? Just one level 4 that fuses into a guy? So then we have the two level 5s with both fuse. So Romon, Effectmon, Bam Bam is the evil one. He looks kind of cool. Fakemon, he has Retaliation. And then on play when Digivolving, you may link one level 4 lower from your trash or the Digimon's fusion cards to this guy. And then all turns, when he would leave the battle area, you may play one of his link cards without playing the cost. So just one of the things you've linked, and its link effect is Scapegoat. So that's kind of cool protection, I guess. Not the greatest, but I guess it's helpful when seemingly a lot of these cards are playing out things. I guess like the main cards seem to be playing out bodies. And then his counterpart, Entermon, has Alliance, which is way better than on play when Digivolving. You may link one level 4 or lower Digimon from your hand or the Digimon's Digivolution cards to him, and then when this Digimon gets linked, you may play one level 4 or lower. So, okay, again, playing shit. And then when linking, one of your opponents gets minus 4k for the turn for each of your Digimon with the Atmon trait. So, okay, I can see that comboing pretty well with the egg, actually. Now this is kind of all making sense because you're always adding 2k to your fucking effects with this. And then this all pays off for Oranosmon, who goes, he's a combination of these two. He has Alliance, Link +1, so you link twice. When Digivolving when attacking, you may play one level 4 lower card from your hand, so you are just playing shit. And then all turns, whenever your Digimon are played, you may link one Atmon trait card from this Digimon's Digifusion cards to one of your Digimon. So it doesn't have to be himself, it can be one of the others. So you're giving Alliance targets, giving links. That doesn't seem too bad. I don't think he seems as strong as Gaiomon, but that's, neither here nor there. And then we have the option and the tamer. The option is a classic delay, main, draw one, place it at the battle area, and then alternates delay. You may link one of your Atmon traits from your hand to one of your Digimon without paying the cost. So that's pretty good. That's pretty fun actually. This might actually just see play in a generic Atmon deck, It's kind of just a good card. And then the tamer, if your opponent hits a Digimon, gain one. And then when any of your Digimon gets linked by suspending this tamer, one of your opponents so you're giving even more minus DP. So you can do like minus 6k, 8k pretty consistently, which is not bad. I mean, it's not a huge number though, especially since he doesn't do any minus DP shenanigans. But maybe if you're able to like combo some shit that I'm not seeing, you can do some pretty big numbers. But that's all right. This is all right. Just seeing a lot of these designs as well for the first time is kind of fun, but I don't know. I don't think this is like driving me to play Atmon. Next, we're getting into the meat and taters of this set, the CS decks. So the actual Cyber Sleuth shit. I've broken them up a little bit, and then there's one of these tabs. It's just like, bleh, here's the rest. So here's the Omni DNA section, which is pretty exciting if you're like me and have that deck still built. The Gabumon. On play, reveal top 3, add a Omnimon and a CS. You search that, and then end of your turn DNA. Great. Like that. 4 of. On play, return something from the trash. From archetype, Greymon, Garurumon, Omnimon. And then end of turn DNA. 4 of. Right? Or am I wrong? I don't know. And then right, because this is what the deck does, we just skip the other fuckers. So Metal Gar, if you have Nokia and a Gabumon, and so one of your Gabumon digivolves for the 6, as long as you have the Tamer. And then activate one of the effects. One of your Agumon can warp up, or bounce your opponent's lowest level to the hand. And then, when attacking, if this Digimon has Omnimon and unsuspend, pretty strong. Pretty strong just because it can fucking warp up for like nothing. Then, Wargray, same deal. He can warp up for 6 if you have Nokia. And then he can make Gabumon warp, or delete one of your guys with the lowest, or your opponents with the lowest DP. Then his inherit is if this Digimon has Omnimon in its name, trash your opponent's top security. We've seen similar. These just seem like pretty good cards. And then let's see the new Omnimon. Blocker Decode. Oh, he'll play out the level 3s. Or play out one of them. Oh no, he'll play out both. That's crazy. And then, on play when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. Okay. That's alright. Then, when Digimon, for every 2 same level cards of this Digimon stack, turn one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Then this Digimon may attack. Okay, so if you just have these guys, you warp up, DNA, end of turn, swing, trash the security, unsuspend, have blocker, bottom deck 2 things, delete something. Yeah, you're kind of cooking, right? You're kind of cooking there. And then new Nokia. Nokia 5 cost, Jesus Christ. SR Tamer, you'll see a lot of that in this set. Start of your turn, set to 3, you better. For a fucking cost of 5, you better set my memory to 3. Then start of main phase. On play, if you have 1 or fewer Digimon, you may play an Agumon or Gabumon without paying the cost. Fucking cracked. For the deck. Holy shit. You could just be able to start your turn and play one of these guys out. Great. And then all turns, all your archetype get 1,000 DP. Awful for the CS deck, great for Nokia deck. Great for everybody's favorite character, Aura Farmer herself. I think the alt art is it's either her alt art or Omnimon's alt art is her like doing the iconic pose from the game. She looks badass. But, all the goons are just gonna want the goon art. But that's okay. Omnimon stuff looking actually pretty strong. I think all of these cards are just included in the Omnimon deck, you know? So that's like pretty good. If you're like, here's Omnimon support, yes, we could use it all. Not that, yeah, I mean, we did need it all, but, it's also nice that it's all good. Next. This is, I separate this shit because this is what I'm excited for CS deck. You will see this deck on the channel. That is Jimmy Ken Flame deck? Question mark? So this is another CS deck, so you can mix it in with CS shit or try to play it weird. So no level 3 is kind of odd. You use like Candlemon, like you'll use older purple Candlemon for the base, but when Digivolving Devimon, you can play Jimmy. Then on deletion, you may return a card from with Flame. So Flame's the trait you're going to be looking for to hand. Marimon. So all these guys have main effects. Is kind of the gimmick here. Marimon's effect: pay 2, you gain Raiden Piercing, and then he has plus 2k for your turn. Skull Marimon, main: pay 3, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower. If it didn't, gain sec +1. And then on deletion, trash 2 or draw 2, trash 1. On deletion, play a level 4 or lower flame or CS from your hand. Blue Mara, the other level 5. Alliance, main, pay 3. Then you can play a play cost 5 or lower Digimon card, specifically with trait from trash without paying the cost. Then this Digimon can attack. His inherit. Ooh, Alliance. Pretty fucking good. Then, here's the guy. Bultamon. Rush. Your turn. This Digimon gains all the main effects. So he can do any of the main effects that he has in his sources. And then when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. So then he has Assembly. So if you have 5 different flame trait cards, you can play him for 6. And then, keep turn somehow. Keep turn somehow. And then swing. So then we have Jimmy Ken. Jimmy, what are you doing? Start of your turn. If you have 2 or less, set it to 3. Thank you for a 4 cost. Your turn. When any of your Digimon are played, or Digivolve, if any of them have Flame or CS, by suspending this tamer, activate one of those main effects, gain a memory. There you go. So that's kind of how you do it, is you're going to be playing him, activating this, then he can attack with Alliance, play out a body, 2 checks, rush, pop a guy when attacking. It's like not bad. And then you gain a memory. I mean, you will lose, so you're going to lose more memory doing this. So you might want to save the Boltman for game, but I don't know. I think this is a catch people slipping at locals deck. You'll catch somebody with their pants down and just be like, sec plus, 9k, sec +1 swing? Response? No, I win. You just do it early enough. Have Jimmy Ken to, be doing shit. But I don't know. I think it's a cute little package that has like, there's kind of a lot of flame cards, like Marimons and Candlemons and shit. So there's a little bit of potential here. Not a lot, I will say, but it could be fun. And I think I will be there for that. So next we do have one of my least favorites, Rena and All Force. Now these All Force cards are nasty. At locals, somebody was playing a proxy deck before like the main locals I guess started, and I was watching, so kind of crazy shit. Especially this ace is pretty good, but Vmon, he is, so these are also CS. The next like couple are like all CS, but these are for the Vmon deck. When this Digimon would evolve into a Vidramon, reduce by 1. So you've seen that in like Liberator decks. a lot, like just cost reduction. And then when this Digimon would leave the battle area by suspending it, it doesn't. So just better evade. So because evade, the keyword is only for deletion. This does from everything. That's pretty good. It shares that inheritable with, you know, it's level 4. It's level 4, which is lazy, but that's okay. Then when digivolving, if you have one or few tamers, play a tamer. This deck loves fucking playing tamers. It loves playing arenas. So you need that. Level 5. On play when digivolving, bounce one of your opponent's level 4 lower to the bottom. End of turn, one of your Digimon or tamers may unsuspend. Great to ready your shit back up. And then he's got the fun inherit when this Digimon with Vidramon in its name suspends. If you have a blue tamer, this Digimon may unsuspend. So you're just doing a lot of fucking tap on tap with this deck. And then the fun card, All Force Vidramon Ace. So he's a blast. On play when digivolving, activate one of the effects below. Bounce one of your opponent's lowest level Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Pretty good removal, to be honest. Like, you know, a lot of decks still can't really handle that. And then he could also, you may play a 4-cost blue tamer. Ooh, you can play your arenas out. Then when attacking this Digimon may unsuspend. So this is actually, so all this is fine, right? That's, you know, good removal, bounce something, low level. Yep, we like that. This is actually the most important part. This deck loves unsuspending. Just love doing it. But just being able to, when attacking, unsuspend. Pretty cool. Then we have new arena. Start of your main, set your memory to 3, then on play, one of your Digimon with, you know, one of your Digimon gets 3k, not bad. Then your turn when one of your Digimon with, yep, in its name, by returning the tamer to the hand, that Digimon gains jamming. So you can kind of loop it, right? If you can like play it back, do it, give yourself jamming, which, yeah, great. Now we're swinging unlimited times with jamming. So I'm not saying All Force is going to be like a tier 1, tier 0 meta threat, but I'm saying this, like, watch the fuck out for this ace. Watch out for these good cards that just help the deck. All of it, right? I said this about the Cyber Sleuth Omnimon stuff. Just all good cards you'll probably be playing in your All Force deck if you, right, pick these up. Next, here is the CS The Rest. So CS has 2 eggs. They have a Diaboromon egg and the one you'll play in the CS deck. So the Diaboromon eggs, Sunomon, when any of your... So I'm going to try to skip saying CS because all of them also say CS for the trait. So his unique trait is unidentified. When any of them are played, draw 1. Great. Level 1 eggs say draw 1. Wanyamon. When any of your effects place trait Digimon cards in this Digimon stack, it may Digivolve for reduced cost by 1. So it doesn't say draw, but it does reduce Digivolution cost, which is maybe more important than drawing 1. So, you know, this will be the egg you play. It's just the good egg. Caramon. You can play this. A lot of these cards you can play it in multiple decks. I don't know. You probably won't play him in CS. This is probably better for, you know, your unidentified Diabolish slop, but, you know, sue me. He's here. Reveal top 3, add an errata and unidentified, or a CS. Bottom deck the rest. And then when this Digimon with Diaboromon would leave the battle area by deleting one of your other Diaboromon, it doesn't. Fun, Caramon. Fun. So then we have the big 3, the Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur of the groups. The Cyber Sleuth like starters. Hagurumon. Your turn, when an effect places a Digimon card with CS trait in this Digimon stack, one of your opponents gets minus 3k. And then he has the inherit, which is the important part. By placing this CS trait, Digimon's top stack card is at the bottom, draw 1. So all 3 of them have that, and that's kind of the main gimmick of the CS. It's like the Sun and Moon deck, where you're like regressing and going back up. It's exactly that. So all 3 of them do that with also a different effect. So main effect on Palmon is when an effect places a Digimon card with CS and this Digimon's Digivolution cards gain 1 memory, probably the best one. Palmon, the one you want to see. And then Terriermon, when an effect places Digimon cards with CS trait in this Digivolution cards, if you have 1 or fewer tamers, you may play 1 tamer. That's also really good. right? It's really it's situational which one you want to do more, but those are the good rookies, and then Hagurumon's also there. Poor Hagurumon. Back to Diaboromon support, we have Kurosarimon. When Digivolving, play Tamer, play Errata. Pretty good. And then he also has the protection, pop a Diaboromon instead of killing Diaboromon. So you just pop your tokens, which is great. So then we jump into the level 4s. We have a lot. Because this deck, there's like, when they revealed these cards, and like, I looked through them, they're like, well, there's all the CS cards, and then there's also like a little bit of Royal Knight things, and then there's just junk, right? There's just shit everywhere. So we have Gardramon Gold, if you play the games. On play, when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3k. Then, if this Digimon stack has 2 or more of the same level, de-Digivolve. Okay. And then he has an opponent's turn plus 2k for inheritable. That's all right. He's right. You play him because he's probably like you can probably pop that Digivolve off pretty frequently, and that's pretty nice. Kuwagamon on play when Digivolving, tap one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if Digimon has 2 or more same level cards, so look, that's the cost for everything having 2 or more. One of your opponent's Digimon can't unsuspend, so you're pausing them, and then alternates when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, gain on memory. That's pretty good. Togemon on play when Digivolving. One of your Digimon gets plus 3k. Then, if this Digimon has 2 or more, Raid Piercing. That's pretty fucking good. Like, going into him, probably for reduced cost by the egg, gain Raid Piercing. We like those. We like all that. Gargomon. When Digivolving, if you have one of your Tamers, you may play one Tamer. So, the Terramon and the Gargomon are helping you play a Tamer. So, pretty essential, I would say, to the CS deck. So then we did get, like, a line of Kentarasmon shit that's CS. We got like a couple Royal Knight things. But so Kentarasmon's level 4, Repamon makes an appearance. So you're gonna have security trashing shit. When you trash this from your security stack, you may play this card without paying the cost. And then on play when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3k until the end of the turn. Then by trashing your top security card instead, they get minus 6k. Okay, then when attacking, give minus 2k. So it's good. I like it that he comes out of security and then can do this. He can come out of security, then make you trash another security, maybe get another one, and you just fucking keep chaining him. Imagine just hitting like 4 back to back to back. Pretty crazy. Gold Numamon, fun. Here's a pretty fun card. So he's fun. On play when Digivolving, give one of your opponent's Digimon sec minus 2 till the end of the turn. Then, if this Digimon stack is 2 or more of the same levels, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Platinum Numamon in the hand for a Digivolution cost of 4, ignoring the requirement. So you're skipping a level and going up. When this Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon card with CS trait, reduce its Digivolution cost by 1. Pretty good inheritable as well. Infamon. On play when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 5 or less. Then, if you have Errata or Eater, what's Eater Atom? Your opponent's effects can't reduce this Digimon's DP or return it to hand. That's pretty fucking good. When any of your Digimon with identified are deleted, you may play a Diamorphon token. That's what the deck does. More level 5s. Fortitude on this Okuamon. On play when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, if this Digimon is 2 or more, return one of your opponent's suspended with the lowest DP to the hand. That's pretty good removal. It's a pretty good card because he also has the great green inheritable, which is like one of the best green inheritables. When this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, trash their top security. Cracked. Here's a card that's really good. Here's a card that gets played in the deck. You will play this. Raid. When Digivolving, play Tamer. Yeah, right? And then inherit sec +1. This is a CS card, baby. I like this. This Rise Greymon, fucking sick. Back to Kentorasmon shit. Fuck me. Churinmon? When this gets trashed, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 8k. So I love that they're giving more cards that do stuff when they get trashed. Then when Digivolving, by trashing your top sec, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon with Kentoras or Mitamon in its name, or the CS trait in hand for reduced cost of 2. So also really good. And then when attacking, it's inheritable shit. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4k. Not great. Now we're on to the many level 6s that you could play. Not him. You won't be playing him in your CS deck. But Diabormon, Alliance, crazy. Diabormon loves Alliance. We have all those tokens. When Digivolving, when attacking, play a token, and then when any of your other Digimon are played, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. That's a pretty strong Diabormon, if you ask me. But I'm not a Diabormon player, so I don't know. That seems pretty strong, though. Lord Nightmon. Raid Reboot? On play when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon, or give one of your opponent's Digimon 3k. Give one of your Digimon 3k till the end of your opponent's turn. Then one of your Digimon may attack, which is great because you can Digivolve, give yourself DP, raid. Then, when Digimon attack, players reveal the top 3 cards of your deck you may play when play costs are 4 or lower. Black or red card among them without playing the cost, trash the rest. That's not bad. So this CS card, funnily enough, I think can see play in the Jimmy Can deck. Just, it's red, goes all with the CS stuff, it's going to Digivolve. So you could, that's one way to do it. Alphamon. Alphamon is kind of neat, kind of not. So Alphamon can, like Lord Nightmon, they can both Digivolve off the Tamer under certain conditions. So this Digivolves off the Tamer where you have 3 for security. This Digivolves off the Tamer where you have 3 for security. Okay, well, they both do the same thing. So there's Reboot Blocker, on play when Digivolving. When attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5k for the turn. Not once per turn. So when Digivolving, minus 5k. When attacking, minus 5k, minus 10k. Oh, crazy. All turns, when this Digimon suspends, if the Tamer, Kyoko, is in this Digimon's stack, or if this Digimon attack has 2 or more of the same levels, it gets plus 3k until the end of your opponent's turn. Then this Digimon unsuspends. So, swing minus. So, Digivolve minus 5k. Swing minus 5k plus 3k. Unsuspend. Swing minus 5k. So, I think, people are saying he's not the best. But I think he's like one of the best cards to be your top end for CS, but that's just me. Then we have the funky Platinum Numemon, who you can warp into. On play, when Digivolving, one of your opponents gets minus 8k, and then when any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted, one of your other Digimon with trait may Digivolve into a card with trait in the hand without paying the cost. Pretty good. Being able to get your other guys up. So if you have 2 stacks, and you do the fucking new gold Numemon, warp up to level 6, minus 8k, kill a little guy, and then one of your other guys Digivolves, that's pretty good. I think there's some shenanigans to be had there. Leopardmon Ace, the ace of the deck. On play when Digivolving, you may play a 5k or lower Digimon card from the hand, then all of your level 3 or higher, so that's just every Digimon with a level, gain blocker. And then all turn, once per turn, when any of your other Digimon would leave the battle area, gain 2 memory. So if you block and are deleted, gain 2 memory. I mean, he's the only ace you play in this deck, but I think he's pretty good. I think he's just a pretty strong card, but that's just me, because I like these CS cards. I'm gassing them up. Gaiomon, Raid Reboot. When Digivolving, you may unsuspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then this Digimon may attack to raid into their ass. And then when attack targets change, so when you raid, you gain piercing and plus 5k. And he's also Greymon. This card's really, really strong as well. He's the next antibody, CS, he's a Greymon. I could see him getting splashed into like Greymon decks. I could see him being a situational top end for the CS deck. I think he's pretty good. And then final Digimon in this deck, Kentaurismon, when he would be played, if there are 6 or fewer total security in both stacks, reduce the play cost by 6, so you can play him for 6. He has blocker barrier on play when Digivolving. You may place 1 yellow card from your hand as your top security. And then when this Digimon suspends, by trashing your top security, it unsuspends. So he's pretty strong as well. I think you would want to build around this. I don't think this is as splashable into the main Cyber Sleuth deck. You'd have to kind of like go heavy on the line, but I think he's strong. Is Kentaurismon coming back? Probably not, but it could be. So then we have 2 options. We have Cyberspace Eden. They're both kind of like, they're both like delayed. So this is the field spell, and that's the delay. So while you have no security, you can ignore color and then play this card, and then so you add your bottom security to your hand, then place this card as the face up bottom, and then while it's in security, all of your CS Digimon get plus 2k. And then security is you can play a 5 cost or lower card with CS from your hand without paying the cost. That's all right, that's fine. Like it follows suit with a lot of like the field spell kind of cards we've seen. And then they have their own memory boost. Kurumai Detective Agency. Reveal the top 3, add 1 CS straight card from your hand, and then run to the bottom, then place the card in the battle area, gain 2. So it's just, right, you're going to be playing like 4 of this. It's just your built-in memory boost. And then the Tamers. So we have so many fucking Tamers. Here's Lord Nightmon's Tamer. Start of your main is Rikishibe. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory, classic, end of your turn by deleting one of your other Digimon or Tamers with Nightmon in their text or the CS trait. This Digimon may Digivolve into Lord Nightmon in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 3, so it's 4/3. So this is cool because it goes in the Jimmy Gen deck. Those cards like to be deleted. She can go up into Nightmon, maybe play another flame, like a Marimon or something. I think there's some potential there. Here's Arata, who has an inheritable. Interesting. Security. Oh, you play this card, which, right, that's what they all usually say, but he has an inheritable, so you gotta say it up there. Start your turn, set your memory to 3. When any of your opponent's Digimon attacks by suspending this tamer, change the attack target to one of your unidentified or CS trait guys. Not bad. Inheritable. When one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, if this Digimon is Eater Adam, you may change the attack target to one of your unidentified or CS Digimon. Okay, so he's just kind of keeping that as an inherit. We have the secret rare of the set, Kyoko. Set your memory to 3, start a turn. All turns, when any of your level 4 or higher CS trait Digimon are deleted, by tapping this tamer, return 1 CS trait Digimon card from your trash to the hand. So you can just grab that card back. Your turn, when this Digimon or tamer unsuspends. If you don't have Alphamon, this tamer may Digivolve into Alphamon in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. So she just warps up into Alphamon, then you do all your Alphamon shenanigans. Fun. Is that worth secret rare? I don't know, because the Alphamons, maybe. I mean, it's just good, because tapping this card to get shit back from the trash is nice, and being a memory setter is also nice. So right, that part's really nice. And then being able to warp into Alphamon is pretty good, like situationally. So you'll see. You'll see when I whip this deck up. So Yuko. Yuko also has an inheritable. Start your main. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1. Then all turns, when an attack target changes by suspending this Digimon, or by suspending this Tamer for the turn, your opponent's Digimon effects don't affect one of your Digimon with Greymon or CS, and it gets 3k. So Gaimon just gets infinity DP. And then when attack targets change, if this Digimon is Adam, is Eat or Eve, one of your Digimon gets plus 3k. So it doesn't keep like the full effect like he does. But that's okay. Ami. Start your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory. Then, when any of your Digimon Digivolves into a Digimon with the CS trait, if it has a Digivolution card with the same level as the Digivolved Digimon, by tapping this tamer, that Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with CS without paying the cost. So this is the CS tamer. This is the best one. This, Kyoko, and you'll see Mirai is also pretty good. Make up, I think, like the core of the CS tamers that you really want to play. But, tamers that cheat Digivolution cost are really good. Yugo. He's on play Searcher. Reveal top 3, add 1, bottom deck the rest, normal. And then when any of your Digimon or Tamers with the CS trait would be played, by returning this Tamer to the bottom of the deck, reduce the play cost by 2. So he is like a delay option with no delay. Pretty strong. Like he's also pretty good. And then finally, Mirai. Start your main. By returning this Tamer to the bottom of the deck, you can play a 4 cost or higher Mirai. Who cares about that? Or you can play 4 cost or higher Tamer with a CS trait. And then on play, by trashing 1 card with the Angel, Holy Beast, Archangel Fallen, or CS, draw 2. So, play draw 2. Ooh, I love draw 2. I love trash 1, draw 2. Great effect. CS has a fuck ton of cards. And I think the problem will be sorting out a deck list for this, how do you make this work? And I'll be here to see that. On my channel, you will see a CS deck list of my making. Will it be good? Probably not, but I'll try. These got a lot of fucking cards. On to the Eaters, the new D Reaper. And I've put these back in here just to be like, yep, they go in this deck. That's why they have the inheritables. So here's the one you can have 50 of. Normal Eater. On play, draw one. That's fine. And then he's a blocker. Breeding. When any of your Digimon cards with Eater trait would be played, you may reduce the play cost by one. Huh. Interesting. Right? You're like, oh, what's that mean? Eater human form when digivolving. So the Eater's weird thing, I don't know, they can like digivolve. So these two can digivolve off the Tamers, and he can digivolve off the regular Eater. You may place an Eater species form from this Digivolve card at the bottom Digivolve card of one of your Mother Eaters. So the Mother Eater is like the egg, and then you're stacking these under by digivolving. Then your turn, when this Digimon checks your opponent's security, you may play a Tamer card with CS from your hand. So you can play one of these guys. Eater Eve goes over Yuko, has Raid on play when digivolving until your opponent's turn ends. One of their Digimon can't suspend. Then if this Digimon has no Digivolution cards, you may place one Yuko from your hand or trash at the bottom. So even if you're just playing it, you can tuck the Tamer under. Then all turns when this Digimon will leave, you can play the Tamer back out. Pretty cool. Pretty strong. And then Eater Adam, so the one that goes over Arata. He has Sec +1 on play when digivolving. Delete one of your opponent's play cost of 7 or lower. Then, if this one has no sources, stack him, and then when he would leave, play the Tamer. So both pretty similar cards. Like a little, like cute little effects, like nothing too crazy, but like solid, And then how it all comes together. So the egg that will start, start your main, place the top card of your Digi-Egg deck, which will just be all Mother Eaters, as this top Digivolution card. Then if this Digimon is 10 or more, so if you've stacked 10 Eater species, do your shit, right? Then all of your Mother Eaters in the battle area are treated as having 16k. So if you have Mother out, 16k. And then it has the inherit of all turns when any of your Eater Digimon would leave the battle area, other than by your effects, you may place them as this Digimon's bottom. All right, so he's not the only one. He's accelerating. Everything can go under as long as this egg is there, which it always will be. Then you have the Tamers, and then the one unique Tamer that you won't really play in your CS deck is Akemi. When any of your Digimon with the Eater trait are played, by tapping this guy, gain 1 memory. Pretty good. Then if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, draw 1. Why weird restriction? I don't know. But then main, place this Tamer as any of your Mother Eaters bottom sources. And it gives them Rush. So when they come out, they don't have Rush until he goes under them. Because you'll just get this big 16k body. And it won't do anything unless you have the Tamer with Rush Alliance Scapegoat. So that's my problem with this deck, is all of this engine here is pretty consistent, it makes sense, but the payoff isn't, like, D Reaper's payoff is win the game, right? You swing, 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 swing. But this is get 3 big bodies out. So 3 big 16k bodies out, and you maybe get Rush Alliance Scapegoat. Great. A little underwhelming, but I think there will be more of this in the next set, BT23. I mean, that's not the next set, but the next set that's focused on like the Cyber Sleuth bullshit. So that's like the main bulk. These 3 tabs are very like the rest of the shit that's in the in the set. So we have one more like Nightclaw. We have like just a weird. We got a line. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, because she's in Cyber Sleuth as like a secret boss. But so we have a new egg, Moonmon. When an effect places this Digimon's top stat card as its bottom, draw 1 and trash 1 card in your hand. Okay, not the worst, but I feel like the other eggs are better. So Lunamon, new Rook, baby. I think like these really do help the Galaxy cards a lot, which fuck those. Ugh, what an annoying engine to play against. But on play, reveal top 3, add 1 card with Nightclaw, and then 1 with Lightfang or Galaxy. Fine. And then its main is its classic main, place the top card as the bottom, draw 1, and then you'll do all your fucking shenanigans. New level 4, Lekismon. When Digivolving, if this Digimon stack is 2 or more of the same level, you may play one Tamer card with Nightclaw or Lightfang. So nice, play the Tamer for free. And if this effect can't play cards with the same name as any of your Tamers, so you can't double up on Tamers, which is fine. And then when this Digimon with Nightclaw or Lightfang or Galaxy would be deleted by trashing 2 of the same level. So that's kind of shit because it's just deletion, but could be useful. I don't think that's very good inheritable though. Then it's level 5. Cressmon has jamming. When Digivolving, draw one, trash one. Then, if this Digimon is 2 or more, which it usually will, one of your opponent's Digimon Tamers can't suspend. That's not bad. Stun, draw one, trash one, has natural jamming. And then it has the same fucking inheritable, just deletion protection, which is good, right? It's good to have some form of protection, but I feel like we've moved past that. So then we have the new level 6 Dianamon, who's super crazy. She has Ice Clad, so if you don't know Ice Clad, it's you check battle against other Digimon by I have more sources than you, I win. So, you're doubling up on all these sources, you're bound to have more. Then when Digivolving, if this Digimon is 2 or more of the same level source, trash any 4 from your opponent's Digimon, so just any 4 cards, boom, boom, boom. Then you bounce one of your opponent's Digimon with 1 or fewer cards. So you don't even have to have no sources, they just have to have 1 or fewer. And then end of turn, this Digimon may have end suspend, inherit, same thing. And then the other secret rare tamer of the set, Sayo. Start your main phase if your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory. Your turn, when any of your other Digimon with 2 or more of the same level cards in the stack, by suspending this tamer, Digivolve it into the card for cost reduction. So that's pretty good. This card sneakily can also be played in CS. I mean, all these cards are also CS, but this is more useful. I mean, it's really good in Galaxy. It's really good in CS too, I think. So that kind of sucks having 2 secret rares, and they're both tamers that you need. So, but I digress. On to more junk. Remember when we were reviewing EX9 and we said, oh man, DM cards when? Well, they just waited until the next set. So we have 2 new lines of DM cards. So remember how. So first we have the Vegemon line, we'll do that. We have Vegemon, which, if you remember the DM cards, there's always the shitty rookie, or the shitty champion, I apologize, who can tuck 3 guys and then Digivolve up, paying cost. And that's what Vegemon's doing. You tuck 3 of the specific trait under this guy, then he can Digivolve up at the end of your turn, and then inherit piercing. You'll be Digivolving into Vedemon, because when he Digivolves over version 2, for each of your face down cards, which you've just placed 3, reduce cost by 1. So each Digivolving your Vegemon, so it's free. He has Fragment, so you can pitch 3 sources to protect him from deletion. And then when Digivolving when attacking, de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Then by trashing this Digimon's bottom face down Digimon card, return a place cost of 4 lower Digimon or Tamer. So it's a little bit of Tamer hate. Love that to hand. And then his inherit, when one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to this Digimon. Then let's go to Datamon. He's a weird version 5 guy that we just didn't see. He is a machine. He's blocker, on play when Digivolving. Until your opponent's turn, their D-Digivolve effects don't affect this Digimon, and it gets 1k for each face-down card. And then its inherit, you may choose one of your opponent's Digimon. Your opponent attacks. They must attack, so you can ace. And they can't de-Digivolve you. So he's pretty cool. I mean, the DM cards aren't, but he's pretty fun. Because he then goes into Raidenmon Ace, who has collision, blocker, on play when Digivolving. You may unsuspend 1 Digimon, then you may suspend 1 Digimon. When any of your trait Digimon suspend, de-Digivolve. So that's pretty strong, right? You kind of do all your shit. You can ace into him, or if you just Digivolve into him, and then at the end of your opponent, right? So imagine you ace over Datamon, and then at the end of your turn, you make them attack, and then they're attacking into this, and that's kind of fun. That's like a cute little thing to do. And then we have the other thing, which goes off of Numamon, which came out, which I remember mentioning. I'm like, Numamon, he can do this, but he doesn't have Monzemon to go into. Here he is. So when you Digivolve, if you have version 1, off of version 1 guy, for each face down card, reduce cost. He has Armor Purge, pretty fun. When Digivolving when attacking, by trashing this guy's bottom face down Digivolution card until the end of your turn, one of your opponent's Digimon can't activate when Digivolving and gets minus 4k. So cool. When attacking, give minus 4k. So this is pretty good. I just, I mean, great art for one, but then just pretty strong effect. Just blocking when Digivolving effects is really nice. And then he goes into Shinmanzemon. Great Digimon. Love how he looks. When any of your version 1 would digivolve into this, reduce the cost by 2, so he costs 3. Then he has Sec plus 1 Armor Purge, so double Armor Purge, pretty good. When digivolving attacking, by trashing this guy's face down card, place one Digimon with as much or less DP as this as the top security card. So it could be yours or your opponent's. You can load up your own security, place to their security. I just like it because it's finally a DM card that's using those resources you've accumulated pretty strong. Like this will actually make me probably put DM cards, do a DM version 1 deck. These are cards that are nice, but I think like these are the cards that are strong because DM needed like a top end, needed like has all these level 5s. Like what are we doing though? And this is something fun for locals. Nothing here is like threatening, but I think a couple of these cards do make you go, oh, okay, at least they didn't forget about this. And finally, we have the leftover junk, which I cannot for the life of me understand why they gave us like Dark Tyrannomon X Antibody shit, and then a couple Gamamon cards. So we have Agumon X. He can, on play when Digivolving, you may return one Digimon card with Tyrannomon or Dinosaur from trash to hand. All turns, when this Digimon deletes, your opponent's Digimon in battle gain 1 memory. Pretty strong, right? I think so. I think it's pretty good for like the Tyrannomon deck. We have Dark Tyranno. When Digivolving, if Dark Tyranno or X Antibody is in this guy's stack, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower. When attacking, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Tyranno. So, that's like how that kind of works. You swing and Digivolve up while you're swinging. And then when this Digimon deletes, so you're double when you, delete something, gain memory. That's pretty strong. And then the X, he's a cyborg. Ooh, Machinedamon likes that. He has Collision. When Digivolving, if this Digimon gets 4k until the end of your turn, then if Metal or X Antibody is in this Digimon's stack, one of your opponent's Digimon can't Digivolve until their turn ends. So that's a fun effect. Like, no, you don't know, no play. Only me. And then he is the inheritable end of your opponent's turn. You may choose one of your opponent's Digimon, then they attack. So weird that these cards have come out in this set. I feel like they do not relate, but that's a fun little, more X Antibody shit for Tyrannomon to do because they have that one promo X Antibody that's really good. So this could warrant some like relooking at that deck if you like that kind of shit. And then 2 new Gamamon cards. We have Kaos, who's when attacking by placing one Digimon card with Gamma in its name from your hand as this Digimon's bottom. Draw. Love drawing cards. Has inherent jamming. I think right. Ooh, love when blue cards do that. And then Wizen by placing one Digimon card with the Gamamon in its name. When you Digivolve or play this guy, he gains blocker and 3k. And then he has Pearson. Okay, yeah. What a great way to end the set. I mean, I think you see a lot of what I said in this set. Like, there's a lot of cards that are just like fun and complete things that you can kind of pick up. I think blue is eating. I think the V-Dramon shit is pretty good, and the Marine Bullmon stuff is fun. The puppets, I think, will be the biggest meta thing out of this set, because I think that level 7, like, puppets are already pretty good. That level 7 is going to be really good, going to really help. And I think somebody will also crack a CS deck. I think, like, there's got to be something. There's got to be something this guy can do. This guy will be at your regional table eventually, maybe, but we'll see. I think this set gets a pretty good grade for me. It's like a B plus. Like the power level is not like the craziest, which I think is kind of fine. I think not every set needs to be meta defining, like game changing bullshit, but there's just a lot of fun to play with in this set. Like it's pretty diverse too. Like you've got a couple Liberator things. Like there's a lot of CS stuff, but a lot of it can be like taken different ways. I even had like different tabs for a couple of it because like, well, no, it's so different. I don't even think it plays well together. And even the stuff I did have all in one, you could probably make arguments for most, like a lot of that, to be like, no, I think, dude, the Gaiomon deck's actually pretty crazy, and it might be. I really do want to see CS lists. So, this has been a long one, but thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought about this set, or what you think, or what you're excited to pull. Yeah, comment down below. I've been the Blue Rise Berry. I've been Rise Greymon. You've been the Watchers, the listeners, the War Greymons, the Gaiamons, the Omnimons. I'll see you all later with some deck lists, all sorts of Digimon shit, all sorts of gaming shit. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.